Qualification 13 and the entire Blue Alliance over by the Blue Reef. Pyobites having stopped moving as they are done with their autonomous routine, but their alliance partners, 36-36, the Generals, quickly moving back and forth to place a couple more coral, but one just soars over the top of the reef right at the end of the autonomous period. SK Robotics with a piece of coral in their robot, and they move quickly over to the red reef, placing it onto the top level with that vacuum. Current score 26-18 in favor of the Blue Alliance, but the Red Alliance has something to say about that and is going to slowly work towards that Blue Alliance throughout the rest of the match. Over on the blue side of the field, Skynet with a piece of coral holding up high. We'll see if they can place it here in a moment. And their alliance partners, the Pyobites, over with a piece of algae. They're going to try to place those in the processor throughout the course of the match. Chad's theory, blocking the access for the loader stations over on the blue side of the field and taking a second to knock the algae that Pyobites was going for over to the red side of the field, and their alliance partners, the lake monsters, to be able to place up high. Generals elevator up and lining up with the driver's side of the Blue Reef. They place it on level 4 and it's good. Looks like Skynet having a little bit of difficulty, and they're still in that spot. We'll check in with them later in the match and see if they are still running. Another piece of algae through that blue processor by Pyobites, and they get yet another, making quick work of these pieces of algae. Red Alliance still placing on the 4th level of their reef. SK Robotics with another piece of coral from the ground. And Lake Monsters placing another piece of algae up high for another 4 points for the Red Alliance. 59-60, it is now very, very close between these two alliances with 40 seconds left. Pyobites choosing which piece of algae they want to go for. And we'll see if their intake will drop here in a moment. It does, and they grab that piece of algae and swing it back over to the processor. SK Robotics has decided that they want to get those guaranteed park points for their alliance. Lake Monsters, elevator up and lining up with the top of the barge with that piece of algae, and it doesn't quite go in, but the red human player gets it for it. 64-70 right as we are ending the match here. Pyobites having parked in the blue barge zone, and that is it, the end of the match. We'll have your final scores to you in a moment. Let's take a look at the final scores. And the winner is the Blue Alliance. 72-66, your final score for the match, and 4 ranking points to show for it. Lots of those points coming down to the algae scored up in the barge or through the processor. And a note is that our following match, match 14,